We've never spoken before. It's a pleasure to meet you. I like the way you play the football games, sir.
Hey, thanks, man. I appreciate that.
It looks like you like hitting people, Fred. Is that a true story? What do you think? Looks like to me.
That's my job. That's part of the deal. So, yeah,
Where do you
enjoy it.
Where do you get this mentality from?
I think it's just something that's kind of been built over time. Great mentors, people around me. I think the NFL is a very physical game, and if you don't have the mindset, then you're going to get weeded out pretty quick. So it's been something that's kind of just been ingrained in me over time, and I love the ability to kind of just put the helmet on and be whoever you want out there.
Yeah, it seems also to me that you have this role that you relish of tone setter. I know you got Nick Bosa and you got some other guys up front in front of you, but it seems like you are that's your role for the Niners defense. Fred, would that be a proper assumption, do you think here?
Yeah, I try to, I try to be the guy to bring the energy, play in and play out for the defense. And, I think it just depends on the play. It depends on the game of which guy or which position group is the one setting the tone on our defense. I think a lot of the time it's that defensive line, and not because they're just being rowdy before or after the play, but just the way that they play. You mentioned some of those guys. We have a lot of stars on that front, and I say stars in the fact that how they play, not just because of guys being well known amongst the league. And obviously those are my best friends because they make my job easy, and keep me clean so I can make tackles and stuff. But I do take a large responsibility in that.
And so much made, obviously, of your defensive coordinator the last couple of years. He was at this very moment last year, a freshly minted hot coordinator candidate and head coach with the Jets now in Robert Saleh. Walk me through D'Amico Ryans, who is a familiar name for a lot of NFL fans over the years, remembering from his playing days. But what about him as the DC right now for you and what he's done? You got a good story on that, Fred, for me?
Well, I think something that's well known, I think for obviously everybody that's been around the Niners is, he came in as a linebacker coach the same time that I came in my first year as a linebacker for this defense. We've grown in this thing together, and me and him know each other really well, and I think that's why we have such a great connection, and we work so well on throughout the week and on game days. But D'Amico is as first class and just as great as they come. Seriously, you talk about a guy who played the game at such a high level, and is now coaching at the highest level. Finishing in the top 3 as a defense in his first year. And I think that's just a product of the standard that he set, and there was already a standard set here by Robert Saleh, who I have a great amount of respect for and admiration for. But I think the fact that D'Amico is able to come in and put his own twist on it, uphold the standard, even raise the standard, is amazing, and I think that's why we love the way that he coaches and he teaches, and that's why we're able to play so hard on Sunday, because we believe in everything that he preaches to us.
Let's talk about this past Sunday, Fred Warner, San Francisco 49ers linebacker. What happened in the locker room halftime? Because, oh my gosh, it looked like a totally different team came out and played that third quarter and got you back into a game that you eventually won in overtime. What happened at halftime of that game?
I wish I could say that there was all this screaming and yelling and guys trying to rally each other, right? But, it really wasn't there wasn't much that needed to be said. I told the entire team after we kind of brought it up, I said, there's no tomorrow. If we don't win this game, that this is going to be our last game. And so if anybody in that moment had kind of felt like they wanted to reserve something, heading into that last 30 minutes, like this is the time to kind of just let it all out. We understand that football, especially in the NFL, is all about the turnover battle. On defense, we needed to take the ball away, and the offense obviously having to keep the ball and scoring it in that first drive after the half was huge. Even that 3 points before the half was really big for us. And so I think once we kind of got that momentum going, and then the defense, we just needed to get off on third downs, tighten up in the back end, And as soon as we got that interception by Emmanuel Mosley, I think that's what kind of you started to see the game kind of go our way a little bit.
Yeah, man. I mean, you got your punters kicking, you got your receivers running. I mean, it's just everybody's just doing what they have to do here to get things done. What was it like for you? Again, I know all alpha males and all football players are control freaks in a way, but you're standing there and you watch Jimmy G take the field with your offensive mates. 88 yards, 87 seconds to go, and the season's on the line. What was that? Walk me through your moments there, Fred.
Sure. Yeah. I mean, it was incredible. I mean, just all the way through, honestly. And Jimmy coming up big, exactly where we needed him to. And the fact that he came back from that thumb injury, and it's not something that I had that same exact thumb injury back in 19 when we went to the Super Bowl, and obviously it's different when you play linebacker compared to quarterback. I couldn't imagine him trying to grip a football because that tendon is exactly what you need to grip things. And so, it's just incredible stories all along the team of guys coming off COVID lists and back from injuries and stuff. And, in that moment, it was just like you said, like you feel kind of helpless, but at the same time, you have complete trust and belief in your teammates to get the job done, to make sure we extend our season.
Hey, you watched all the way to the end. Thanks for that. Watch more right here.